I think women actually don't want equal treatment. They couldn't handle it if they got it, quite a number of them. It's a tough world out there. What a lot of women are actually asking for, and you can look aghast at this, is special treatment. If you look at all female shortlists for positions, is that equal treatment or is that special treatment? I think what women need to realise is that you have to toughen up. We can't ask for equal pay. You have to be paid on performance and you have to be paid for the results you deliver. It's a tough world out there, and I don't think Karen Brady and others are doing us any favours by putting this sort of debate out there. I think we have to just compete in what is a tough world. And I think we need to keep that. We need to look after it. Do we want a world that's completely void of colour? Do we want everything to be magnolia? No, we don't.
Fellas, despite the fact that she totally and absolutely cooked with should be something that is common sense, but has completely just disintegrated and just disappeared from our society. And the fact that you have a woman in the back scoffing and a guy going, oh, being all simped out in beta, it just lets you know how far we've gone in a society.
Would you say you hate men?
I hate the patriarchy. There's a lot of really good men.
Judd?
Answer the question.
Do I hate men? No.
That's a lie.
It's not funny, is it? A lot of times, right? And before I even go into this topic, a lot of the women who claim they hate the patriarchy and don't have a problem with certain men, they're lying. They're lying. Okay, the ones who are always online screaming about the patriarchal values and this, that, and the third, they actually love the patriarchy. It's the men taking advantage of it that they hate. Because when men take full advantage of the patriarchy and patriarchal norms and all that, women can't. They like the door to be held. They like the bills to be paid. They like the fact that, like, women and children first if it's a life and death situation. Like that in the patriarchal model, men are supposed to take the massive majority of accountability, even if it wasn't on the man. They like all of that. They don't like the man being the leader of it. That's it. A lot of them simply just hate men. And so then they grow these huge crowds of women who think that they're listening to is just like a pure feminist. Like, she just wants equality for all. But no, she actually hates men. That's it. Spoon feeding you, and there's a little poison in every spoonful. You don't know why you think the way you think. You don't know why you all of a sudden hate your boyfriend, fiance, husband. You don't know why you looking at your daddy different. It's because someone was like, oh, this is feminism, and they drizzled some male hate in it. That's what's going on.
Some women out there, man, that they're so far gone and like I hate men trained that like they're gone. Like they're not, they don't want to deal with men. You know, which I think is fine. Yeah. I think we should respect people's decisions, bro. I'm all for it, and I'm all for the leave women alone.
Right.
I think women have been very vocal about it, that they don't want men approaching them, they don't want men talking to them. I'm fucking cool with it, bro.
Right.
Like, if that's how you feel, if you feel like men are that much of a danger, then I can't change that, right? Because at the end of the day, like, I'm not adding to that. I'm not a part of that, right? But even though I'm not a part of it, I still get categorized in this fucking, sphere of like all men are dangerous and shit. So I can't change your perception, unfortunately. Like, I can only be the best version of myself and the best version of a man and raise my two boys to be the best men. But
themselves,
I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry if you got into that way. But like, at the end of the day, that's some work you got to do within.
Don't tell me that my vagina is yours and to never give it away, because I take stuff like that very serious. If you're not serious, then don't tell me that. And I expect the same. If you saying that mine is yours, then yours is mine. We own each other. Don't play with me. And if you want to test this out, don't talk to me then. Don't talk to me for 90 days. And if you come back and it ain't the same way you left it, then I'm lying. But do not tell me that it's yours if you don't want it to be, because I take stuff like that very serious. And my niggas know that. And that's exactly why they be crashing out, because they know that I take it serious and I will not do a thing. But if you force my hand, if you make me feel like I ain't got no choice but to like another nigga, and I don't just like niggas, I like niggas that I think I could love. So they already know if I done let somebody hit, that mean I might love that nigga.
Firstly, ma'am, whoever told you that is absolutely lying to you, because judging by the chest tattoo you have, over your heart when you do the Pledge of Allegiance and you grab onto that tattoo, that just lets me know and probably gives me an indicator Also, by the way that you use language and how you speak, that you have a good little body count. So any guy that's trying to get into you right now and he's telling you that shit while he's in the guts, he's lying to you 9 times out of 10. But women know this, but they want to believe the lie because the lie is sweeter than the truth.
Unspoken rule, you should know. If you meet a girl and her phone screen is cracked, run.
Facts, because unless somebody was playing football with it, how else did it get cracked? My guess is the dude that's cracking her.
Hey. Who the hell did this? You know what? First off, your punching is horrible. Your footwork is horrendous, like the fake beanbag chair ass that is sagging behind your legs. And yeah, baby, you are definitely going to get beat up. Do not ever indulge in any type of fighting whatsoever. Just run if you can.
If women liked men, why don't women listen to men when they talk? Why, if women liked men, why anytime a man speaks about what's going on with him, why they call it mansplaining? So he could shut up. If women liked men, why aren't women seeking to understand the people that they say they like? Because men understand a lot more about women than women understand about men. And men have to understand women. You know why? Because sex don't come easy to y'all. You have to put in the work to figure out what a woman wants in order for you to get. If women like men, then why is that the reality and not women actually seeking to understand the party that they say they like so much? You like a man, then why are you trying to change everything that makes the man? Why are you trying to transform him into a woman? See, you hate other women. It's too much like right to just get you a girlfriend if you want all of these feminine characteristics. No, you want to force him to do it. If a man turn her down and she can't get her way, you must be gay. So women are actually looking for a woman in a male frame because the reality is women just like sleeping with men. They don't actually like men.
Man, she might as well just go ahead, take that hat off, stop looking like a little bow wow, and just come back to the correct side. Come back to the normal side, the heterosexual side, because even she's dealt with women and she's dealt with men. She actually has a child before she was, trying to experiment and give women this keys to their box and saying that they hold all the power. She's changed her tune because she's been in a relationship with a woman, and we know the highest DV rate in relationships are between lesbian couples. And guess what's happening now? You're seeing a lot of lesbians. It's going on all over the place, all over the internet, that are going back to men, these lesbians. And then these other lesbians are like, no, it's crazy, bro. But yeah, just come back over because they're useless. You know that they won't listen to you, and you're a woman. Now you see what we go through, man. Just come on back.
Say, I want a traditional man. I want a traditional man with traditional values. But you want that traditional man to not want a traditional woman because you want to still get to be a feminist. And you want him to like that about you. You want him to be a traditional, God-loving man who provides and protects, who's masculine, who's gentlemanly. But you want that guy to want a boss babe and to embrace the boss babe in you and to embrace your career ambition and to embrace the very thing about your life, that career that takes you away from those children and puts those kids with a nanny or an au pair, best case scenario, and worst case scenario, daycare. That's not a traditional man. That's not what they want. It doesn't work that way. You want a traditional man? Then you got to be a traditional woman. Men are tired. Men are tired. They're tired of their masculinity being labeled toxic. They're tired of being told, oh, we want a traditional man, but you don't get to want a traditional woman. They're tired of being told you got to want a boss babe and you got to want to delegate your home, the care of the children to, a nanny or to daycare because I still want to be a boss babe, but I really want a traditional man. They're tired of that nonsense. They're also tired of women treating them like crap because women have a ton of options on social media and have decided that they can be extraordinarily picky and discard and abuse, in some cases, verbally, men. Ooh, he's ugly. Ooh. They do this stuff all the time. And then if a guy turns around and says, oh, honey, you're not my type. Oh, you're so superficial. Oh my God, he's so superficial. And then you go, here are my feelings. Is he saying I'm fat? Grow up. If you're going to dish it out, you got to be able to take it.
A lot of women hate seeing men have their way. And I think it's because women don't really want equality. They only talk about equality when it's beneficial to them. But a lot of these women out here, they have their way as far as like the single life, not as in relationships, because in relationships, how it's supposed to go more times than not is men supposed to run that shit, you know, but a lot of y'all ain't got no backbone. That's another video for another day. But like when a dude is out here and he talking to, being with, sleeping with any and every woman he wants, a lot of women don't like that shit. That's why they try to downplay it, or, you know, call men names, or say you sleeping with all these different women, you must want a dude or some shit. They try to shame you for having your way, but they out here doing the same thing, having their way. They got 5, 6 different dudes they talking to. The last nigga, the next nigga, the ex nigga, the new boo, the Uber dude, the money dude, the dude the bottom shoes, the dude who just drop off money. They got like 9, 10 niggas on their roster having their way. But when you have your way, they got a problem with that shit. And then they got a problem with it because you're having your way just like them. And you having your way is fucking over women. Just like them having their way is fucking over niggas. And I don't like that shit.
If one of us eat, then we all ball. Sip coladas out in Cancun. Please stop praying for my downfall. It ain't coming no time soon. From the concrete, a little bitty rose grew. Any